Hey guys, welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Fast Action Football from Downey Games. Great little game here if you've never tried it. I'm not really going to do very much explaining. I'll do some explaining, but if you want to really know how to play the game, Dave Gardner has a video out that explains how to play the game. And it's a very good video. I would suggest you watch that. You can pretty much pick it up as I go, I think, watching as I play. It's a fast action card driven game. I've put them in sleeves. I put 2 in a sleeve, front and back. If you want to play a full game, which I'm not going to do today, you would go through the stack 2 times, or actually once, but I would go through it 2 times, once this side and then once on the other side. That would be 1/4. And I think a full game is going to take you, once you get the game down, I would think it's going to take you an hour and a half to 2 hours for a full game. Probably about 30 minutes per quarter, roughly. But today, I'm going to be playing something different. I'm going to be playing an overtime game, is what I'm calling it. Overtime rules. So you'll start out on a 25. If one team scores, then a touchdown. The other team will have to score a touchdown. And back and forth, just like in a college football overtime situation. That's what this is going to be. And when I bought the game, I got the 85 great teams from the 80s, I think is what it's called, or greatest teams from the 80s, something along those lines. I got the 83 Huskers here, and the 85 Sooners are the 2 teams I'm going to be playing in this overtime game, or sudden victory. I don't know, something like that is what you might want to call it. Sudden death, sudden victory. Whatever you want to call it. So, we are playing, and in the case of the momentum chart, like right here, it'll either say offense, defense, or momentum. That's what chart you're going to use. The home team gets the momentum. Like if you're playing a full game, you're going to start out with the home team getting the momentum. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. I think the home team will still get the momentum. Even though we're in a sudden victory situation, I think I'll still stick with the home team getting the momentum. And the home team in this case is Nebraska. So, let's see. OU's going to let Nebraska get the ball first. Nebraska's always going to be going this way. OU's always going to be going this way because I have this little thing set up this way, just to keep it a little more simple. So we'll start on the 25. Nebraska, 1st and 10. Going right here from the 25. So we'll flip the first card. And it is the momentum chart, so not the momentum chart, but the team with momentum is which chart you'll use. So it's going to be Nebraska's offensive chart. And I'm going to let the cards call the plays on 1st and 2nd down. I'll call the plays on 3rd down and 4th down. A 41 is going to be a run, because basically anything between 10 and 56 is a run. And this, it's what these 2 teams did back then. They ran the ball. So now we're going to check for a fumble or penalty, and there is none. The player that's getting the ball here is Tom Rathman. You remember old Tom Rathman, the big old rumbling, bumbling fullback? And it's a 6 on Tom Rathman. It's a 6-yard gain. Right up the middle for 6. So down to the 19-yard line. 2nd and 4. Let me write down the first now. 1st and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 4 from the 19. Alright, so they are going to let it's going to be a 32, so it's going to be a run. Or actually, we're looking here first. What chart? It's the offensive chart. 48's a run. Penalty or fumble? No, very close though to a fumble. 12 is going to be Turner Gill on the keeper. And he gets a 3. It's a 10-yard gain from Turner Gill. Down to the 9. Huskers on the move. 1st and goal. We don't really need that, but we'll keep it there. 1st and goal from the 9. Nebraska. Let's check what chart. It's going to be the defensive chart. It is going to be a run. There is no penalty or fumble. It's going to be Mike Rozier. And a 5 on the Sooners' goal line defense is because inside the 10 you use the goal line defense. And we get a 5. It's going to be a 2-yard gain. So 9 to the 7. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Huskers. What chart are we looking at? It's going to be Nebraska. 54 is a run. Just barely, but it's a run. Penalty or fumble? No. Player number 15 is Jeff Smith. And we get a 7 on Jeff Smith. And that's going to be a 6-yard gain from Jeff Smith. So down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 1. The Huskers, they're going to run the ball. Now, you can also pick who you want to run the ball. You don't have to let the game pick it. You can pick who you want. That's what's really cool about this is you can customize it pretty much however you want. Let's check the chart. It's going to be Nebraska, and we're going to give it to Rozier. Mike Rozier. No fumble or penalty. So we don't need to find the player. We're going straight to here. It's a 10 on Rozier, which is a 2-yard gain, and that is good enough for a touchdown as he stretches the ball across the goal line. TD, Nebraska. Let's check the extra point. PAT 57 is bangs off the upright. It's good though. 10 to 57 is a good PAT. He got a 57. Wow, that was close. So OU's turn now. We're going to come down here. Turn the ball around just for fun. OU 1st and 10 at the 25. Offensive chart, so it's OU's chart. 29 is going to be a run. No penalty or fumble. 19 is Anthony Stafford. And a 7 is a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5 from the 20. The Sooners. Chart is going to be Nebraska's chart. They still have the momentum. If OU would have stopped them, then OU would have had the momentum, in my opinion. They did not, so it's going to be Nebraska's chart. It is a 52, it's a run. No penalty or fumble. 15 is Patrick Collins. And an 8 on the run. Nebraska run defense, 2-yard gain. So down to the 20, or the 18, my bad, 18. 3rd and 3 from the 18. 3rd down, so I'm calling the play. I'm going to say it's a run again because I'm looking at this as 2 downs to get 3 yards. 2 downs to get 3 yards. I think they can run for that. So it will be a run. What chart? It's going to be off Nebraska, though. Big black shirt defense. 59 is no penalty or fumble. I'm trying to say it at the same time. The player that's running the ball is a Jamel Holloway. But we're looking on Nebraska's. So it's a 3. Nebraska's, it is just regular run defense. 7-yard gain from Holloway for Jamel Holloway. So down to the 11. 1st and 10. Just outside the 10-yard line at the 11. OU. So they can get a 1st down on the 1. Offensive chart. 28 is going to be a run. No penalty or fumble. Lydell Carr is going to be running a 7. And that's a 4-yard gain for Lydell Carr. So down to the 7. 2nd and 6 from the 7-yard line. 7-yard line. There we go. All right, offensive chart, OU. It's going to be a run. There's no fumble or penalty. 9 is Jamel Holloway. A 7 is a 5-yard gain. So that's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 2-yard line. And they're going to try to run it again. Let's give it to Lydell Carr. He's a big dude. Lydell Carr. But it's going to be the defensive chart, so it doesn't really matter who we're giving it to. It's going to be a run, so no fumble or penalty. 12. Goal line run defense. Minus 4 yards. Minus 4. They get stuffed. He gets stuffed and he tries to bounce it outside and gets stuffed again. Back to the 6. So 4th and 5 from the 6-yard line. Yeah, 4th and 5 from the 6-yard line. Wow, this is tough. This is tough. You got to think about, completing a pass is a very precarious thing for these two offenses. But I think they're going to have to throw it. 6-yard run against the goal, if it comes up Nebraska's defense, that's pretty much going to be the ball game. So they're going to pass it they're going to pass to Keith Jackson. Well, they're going to pass the ball. Let's see what happens first. You get a 20. It is complete. 20 to 41 is a completed pass. Let's see if there's a penalty or fumble. No. So we're going to Keith Jackson. And a run or a catch, 9. Under Keith Jackson receiving. 24 yards, so that is definitely all you have to do is complete it to Keith Jackson, and it's a touchdown. His lowest one is 21 yards. So, but completing it is the big thing. So they did complete it. It is a touchdown. And now let's check the PAT. 44. It is good. So 7-7 as we come back down to this side. Nebraska from the 25. Actually, I think it's OU's ball again, isn't it? That's how it goes. The second overtime, it stays with the team that just had the ball. Let's do it that way. So offense gets the chart. OU, 52 is a run. 55, no penalty. 10 is going to be Jamel Holloway. The last card. And a 7. It's a 5-yard gain for Holloway. Down to the 20. Alright, 2nd and 5 from the 20. Now we'll slide these over and go to the other side. So that was already half the stack, so that would have been half the first quarter. Alright, let's go. It is a run. No, it's not. Yeah, it is a run. It's a run. Or actually, what chart? Defense, my bad. Defensive chart, run. No penalty or fumble. We're not going to look at who's carrying the ball. Well, actually, we will because we've done it every time. 14's Leon Perry. 7. Run defense 7's 2-yard gain. So 3rd and 3 from the 18. It's kind of the same pattern we had last time. What chart? Offense. Yeah, it's a run, which I would call anyway. It is 3rd down, so I'm calling a run. I'm calling it to Lydell Carr. So that would be checking for a penalty is what this card would be right here. Because we went offensive chart. I said run to Lydell Carr. So we already know it's a run. We don't need to check. So we check for a penalty or fumble, which a 12 is a penalty on the opposing team. So a penalty on Nebraska, but we need to finish the play. It's a 9. Lydell Carr and 9 is a 2-yard gain. So we need to check the penalty. We look here, 6, and we put it defense against the run. A 6 is 5-yard penalty. So they were offsides. They'll take the penalty. It's going to make automatic first down. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. So they can get a first down at the 3. All right, so defensive chart, what we're looking at this time, it's going to be a run. No penalty or fumble. Jamel Holloway and an 8. Run defense 8, 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 from the 12. Offensive chart. Run. No penalty. No fumble. Lydell Carr and a 5. 7-yard gain for Carr. So 12 to the 5-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Or 3rd and 2. Third and 2 from the 5. It's going to be a run to Lydell Carr. A run to Lydell Carr. So we're going to look for the chart. Defensive chart, though. Penalty or fumble? 15, no. Just out of the range of a penalty. An 8. Defensive chart. We're inside the 10-yard line, so it's goal line run defense. 0, no gain. Huskers bow up. 4th and 2 from the 5. Sooners, 4th and 2 from the 5. It's going to be a run to Jamel Holloway is going to keep it. Triple option, keeper. Offense, so that's good. No punt, no penalty or fumble. And we get a 6. Jamel Holloway. 7-yard gain. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. On a 4th and goal, or 4th and 2 actually, not goal. They score. Now for the all-important extra point, it is good. Now we go back down here for the Huskers. First and 10 from the 25. Let's flip the charts. All right, offensive charts. So Nebraska, run, no penalty, no fumble. Paul Miles is going to run it. A 9. 7-yard gain. 25 to the 18. Okay, so 2nd and 3 from the 18-yard line. Defensive chart, so OU. No penalty. It's going to be a run. No penalty or fumble. It's going to be Turner. No, it's going to be Mike Rozier. 12. Minus 3 yards. You probably can't see that, but minus 3 yards. The Sooners stuff them and drive them backwards. 3rd and 6 from the 21. Third and 6 from the 21. So 3rd down. It's again, passing is a dicey situation for either one of these teams. But if you can complete a pass, it's usually a big gainer. Irving Fryer, let's see, that's who they're going to throw to. They are going to try a pass. We got to see if it's complete or not. 57. Turner Gill is incomplete. Yikes. 4th and 6 from the 21. Let's see. Let's check penalty fumble first. 66 is close to a fumble, but it's not. So that ends that play. So 4th and 6, they're going to have to pass it. And I don't think I checked the chart. It is offensive chart. But that's too late now. So pass number 27 is good. It is complete. We're going to Irving Fryer again. So it is complete. Penalty or fumble? No. Run catch number is 5 on Irving Fryer. 22 yards. That's in the end zone for a touchdown. They're on the 21. So all the way into the end zone, touchdown pass on 4th and 6. Turner Gill to Irving Fryer, TD. Ties things back up. PAT is good. 14-14. All right, so we're ready to go to the third overtime. Nebraska will get the ball to start the third overtime. And now, you got to go for 2 if you score a touchdown. So here we go. Chart, defense. 69 is actually going to be a pass for the Huskers. Is there a penalty? No. 10 is going to be first of all, let's look at the pass number. 40. It is complete. Now let's look at the number. The player, 15, is Mike Rozier. And a 5 on Mike Rozier. 13-yard gain. So down to the 12. Nebraska 1st and 10 down to the 12-yard line as they come out firing here in the third overtime. Defensive chart this time. 46 is going to be a run. And we have a penalty on Nebraska. Player Mike Rozier is going to be carrying it, a 10. And we're not inside the 10 yet. It is no gain. Let's check the penalty. It's a 5. Offense. Run. It's 5 yards. The underline just means it can be nullified by taking a timeout. So they delay of game basically is what it is. So let's see, the 12 to the 17. 1st and 15 from the 17. So it's offensive chart. 65 is going to be a pass. It is a 10, and he's sacked. 10 or 11, he's sacked. Penalty or fumble? No. So let's see here. I go to the final card of the stack. Look under sacked, minus 4 yards. Now, if you want to find out who sacked him, you can. But we're not going to. So it's 2nd and 19 from the 21. As the Huskers now going backwards. I'm going to shuffle these and come right back. All right, so 2nd and 19. Game's going to call it. Defensive chart. So OU's chart of 49. Run. Mike Rozier. First of all, penalty or fumble? No. A 7. Run defense is a 2-yard gain down to the 19, but this is huge. 4th and 17 from the 19. It's going to be a pass, It's going to be a pass. Irving Fryer is who we're looking for. So let's see if it's complete or not. 66. Incomplete. Actually, hold on, timeout. That was 4th down, wasn't it? That was 4th down. Forgive me. That we need to kick the field goal. That's what we're going to do. We got to kick the field goal. What am I thinking? So from the 17, 27, 34-yarder. Okay, so Scott Livingston is the kicker. 55 or less, it's going to be good. On the purple number. 38 is good. But OU has the door open now. Touchdown wins the ball game for the Sooners as they get their opportunity. 1st and 10 from the 25. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Thinking you had to go for it and you don't. So momentum is going to go to OU because they stopped them, held them to a field goal. They have the momentum. That's how I'm playing. I kind of use the momentum as just kind of a feeling for me. There are certain things in the game that cause momentum changes, like a score, a fumble, an interception, a sack. But in this case, I kind of play it like just how I feel, how the game should be going in real life. I think OU should have the momentum here. It was a big stop. They did get a sack, actually. So it's going to be a run. 17 is a run. 14 is not a penalty, or actually, opponent penalty on 14 it is. We'll finish the play. 2, Lydell Carr, and a 4 is an 8-yard gain. Let's check the penalty. A 6. It's on the defensive team against the run. It's 5 yards. Do they want to take 2nd and 4 or 1st and 5? I think they're going to go 1st and 5 from the 20. Offsides, Nebraska. A little eager. Defensive chart. 66 is actually a pass. 11. And Holloway's going to be sacked. Let's check the penalty. Nope. And it's minus 4 yards on the sack. But that was 1st down, so 2nd and 9 from the 24. So now OU goes backwards. Defensive chart. It's a run. Penalty or fumble, no. Spencer Tillman with the carry. And a 5. 7-yard gain. So from the 24 down to the, what's that, 17? 2 from the 17-yard line. So thank goodness they had that 1st and 5, and then they got sacked. But 3rd and 2 from the 17. They're going to run it. They're going to run it with Jamel Holloway. He did so good last time. See what chart it's going to come off of. OU's chart. 68 is a possible fumble. 66 to 69. This could end the ball game if they lose the fumble. But first of all, we check the run. It's how far did he run the ball before he fumbled? It's a 9-yard pickup. So it's a 9-yard pickup down to the 8-yard line. Now, did he lose the ball or did he get it back? 10 to 33, he loses the ball and it's over. Nebraska wins it. Higher than a 33, he gets it back. It's a 15, and so he lost the ball. Holloway fumbles, and he's got his head between his knees, throws his helmet off in disgust, and the Sooners lose on a fumble by Holloway as he broke open but got stripped from behind, and the Huskers win at 17-14 in overtime. In this overtime thriller. Hopefully I didn't mess too much up. If I did, somebody will let me know, I'm sure. Love the game, though. It's really cool. I'm going to play a lot more of some overtime games or overtime situational games. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out Dave Gardner's got a video out there with it. Like I said, it's a real good game. I've got all the teams from the 80s, the good teams from the 80s, kind of run through them here. Southern Methodist, SMU. Of course, Eric Dickerson, Craig James. There's the 82 Huskers, 85 Michigan with Harbaugh, Jamie Morris. 80 Bulldogs, Herschel Walker. 80 Sooners, J.C. Watts, Seminoles. See who stands out with them. Nobody. 80 Panthers, Dan Marino, Clemson, Perry Tuttle, Kurt Warner with Penn State, 81. 81 Panthers again with Marino, Longhorns with Jam Jones. And who else? Nobody else. Walker, Herschel Walker, Georgia. Penn State, Kurt Warner. Todd Blackledge. Auburn, Bo Jackson. Miami, Bernie Kosar. Boston College with Doug Flutie. Brigham Young, Robbie Bosco, the Gators with Kerwin Bell, Huskies with Hugh Millen, DJ Dozier, that's Penn State, Alonzo Highsmith, Miami, Vinny Testaverde, Keith Jackson, Jamel Holloway, we just saw them in action, DJ Dozier again. Danny McManus and Sammy Smith from Florida State. Miami Hurricanes with Steve Walsh. Sooners again, Jamel Holloway. Don McPherson with Syracuse. Chip Ferguson, Sammy Smith with Florida State again. Miami with Steve Walsh. Cleveland Gary. Notice there's not too many receivers, you remember, but it's a lot of running. If you like the running game, this is the set to have. Fighting Irish, Ricky Waters, Tony Rice. My team, the Cowboys, Barry Sanders, Mike Gundy, Hartley Dykes. West Virginia, Major Harris. Colorado with Darian Hagan, Mr. Do-It-All. Florida State, Peter Tom Willis, Dexter Carter. There's Notre Dame again with Rahib Ismail, Rocket Ishmael, Tony Rice. Miami, Craig Erickson, Gino Toretta, the backup. So those are the teams I got. I'll be doing some more with these. I might have like a little tournament, overtime scenario tournament. Maybe in the future, might look at that. They give you a lot of score sheets too. A lot of different, let's see, this is the one I use here. Well, this is the score sheet they give you. And then you can convert, your scoring plays on here if you want. All your stats, they give you all that stuff. So, really cool game. I like it a lot. So, that's going to wrap this up. Till next time, you guys, thank you for watching. Take care, and God bless.